Hi, this is Ben from Berscak Custom Guitars, and today we're going to be checking out my 2008 Epiphone ES-333 Tom DeLonge signature guitar. And as always, just a full disclaimer, this is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form. I purchased this guitar used from Guitar Center's used website. And like I mentioned earlier, this is a 2008 model. I did purchase this a couple of months ago, but I actually had one very similar to it when they first came out. I kind of got it right away, and I had it for a bit, and then I went through a phase where I wasn't really playing guitar so much, so I let go a lot of the guitars that I had in my collection at that time and only kept a few, and this was one that got away from me. So although I've only had it for a few months, I have a lot of prior experience with this model of guitar. So deals can definitely be had with used gear at Guitar Center. I've got some great deals on used gear in the past, and I picked up this guitar for about a third less than what they were selling for at the time on places like eBay and Reverb.com. So just keep a lookout, because if you're patient enough, deals can definitely be found, but you have to jump on them when you find them. So just some quick specs. This has a laminated maple birch body. Has a mahogany center block as opposed to maple, like a more traditional 335 style guitar. It has a three-piece maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. The neck profile is what they call a slim taper D neck profile, which is kind of like a 60s style neck, if you're familiar with that. It is a little chunky for me, compared to some of the other guitars, but if you've ever played like a Gibson or Epiphone 335, it definitely is in line with that neck profile as well. Okay, and just like most, other Epiphone and Gibson type guitars, it's a 3/4 inch scale length. It has a single Gibson Dirty Fingers humbucker and a single volume knob. If you want any other, closer up looks at the guitar, you can check out my How to Clean Your Guitar video. I'll leave a link right up here. You can go check that out. And let's hear some tones. Okay, and as always, I'll be recording using my Line 6 Pod Go via USB Direct going into my MacBook Pro and right into GarageBand. I'll be using a single preset for this demo. It'll be a Vox AC30 style amp model into a Rexall Tweed 1x12 IR, and the only difference between the clean tone and the dirty tone is that the dirty tone is going to be using a Klon style overdrive to get those distorted tones. And as always, there's no post-processing, there's no editing or anything like that. The sound that you're hearing is coming directly from the Pod Go. I'm really enjoying this guitar. It's super easy to play and fun to play now that everything's been adjusted properly. Go check out the other video if you haven't yet. But yeah, I really enjoy it. This one's probably gonna be the one that stays in standard tuning. I like to have some variation. I usually, leave guitars in particular tunings, and then I'll probably leave this one over here, the one that I built, in drop D. But yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. It feels just like I remember how it felt back when I used to have one of these things. So I'm glad I have one again, and I'm not gonna be letting this one out of my collection for sure. This one's here to stay. And comparing this guitar, the actual Epiphone guitar, with this guitar, the one that I built from a kit, the Epiphone is definitely a bit heavier. It's not heavy, but it definitely is a difference comparing one directly to the other. This has a lot more mahogany in it, as where this guitar over here is primarily made of maple, including the neck. So that definitely makes a difference as far as weight. Typically mahogany is a little bit heavier than maple. And it's wood, so sometimes even one piece of wood to the next, even if it's the same type of wood, there can be weight variances there. But this definitely is a little heavier. I wouldn't say heavy, but just something to consider. It's definitely lighter than a Les Paul in my opinion. And if you want to compare how these guitars sound, definitely check out my review and demo of this guitar over here that I built, the replica, and I'll leave a link right up here for that as well. And there you have it. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, click that bell notification. That way you'll be notified every time we post new content. And definitely if you have any suggestions or anything you'd like to see on the channel, let me know down below. And be sure to check us out over on Instagram at berscakcustomguitars. All links are in the description below. Thanks for watching.